Hello everybody and welcome to this first episode of not Plants vs Zombies anymore. It's New Super Mario Bros. And without any further ado, let's actually select the emulator and because otherwise my controller won't work. And let's get started into this new game. It's been like very difficult to actually decide what game to play after Plants vs Zombies ended. And obviously there's still going to be live streams for Plants vs Zombies, at least for the survival trophy, and maybe I'll redo survival mode on stream as well if you guys are like very into it. Or maybe I'll do something else after survival ends. We'll see about that when that actually becomes relevant. But I was thinking Pokemon Conquest, but I really didn't want to do videos that long because the same reason that Plants vs Zombies was chosen was because it was possible to make short, like 15 to 20 minute videos. And sometimes it will go a little bit longer, but on average they're like 20 minutes at most. Right, so, this is, the controls for this are not mapped very well. I'm gonna have to get used to that. It's not that big of a deal. And then I figured, I don't know, I kind of wanted to do a platformer anyway, so I was thinking maybe Super Meat Boy, but the issue with Super Meat Boy is that I can do short videos on them, but that would mean that the first, like, 2 worlds would be done in the first episode, because I can do world 1 of Super Meat Boy in like 7 minutes, I think. At least I used to be able to do it. I haven't done it in a while, so maybe it wouldn't quite be 2 worlds in the first episode, but it would be quite fast for the first half of the game. Like, probably I would do the first world in the first episode, whatever happens. Like, it's not even a question, really. And then the second world probably in the first episode as well, or maybe a little bit in the second episode. And then the third world would take about an episode, the fourth world would take about an episode, the fifth world might take 2 episodes, and then the last world would take so long that I probably spend an episode per level, which are only 5 levels. And then the Cotton Alley I just wouldn't do, because that shit's very difficult. To this day I've actually not completed the light world levels of the Cotton Alley. It's actually hellish. And then you have the dark world levels, which I wasn't going to do either, so it didn't really seem like a good idea. And then in Discord the suggestion came up to do Sonic Generations, which I was actually about to do, but then I figured I haven't ever like done a 2D Mario game on the channel, I don't think. I might have done Super Mario World, but I think I didn't do a Let's Play of it. I think I did a retrospective on it. Actually, I did a retrospective on the original Mario trilogy as well. Including the Lost Levels and Doki Doki Panic, which we know as Super Mario Bros. 2. So, I figured let's actually just go with a new Super Mario Bros. Game. Why not, right? And I had an idea for another platformer which was just like an indie game. And maybe I'll do that in the future, like in the near future, maybe even. Right after this, but for the time being, this is all we have, and I really like the blue shell item. I'm really sad that the blue Koopa shell item never really made a return after Mario Bros. DS. But yeah, the way I got to Mario was because I was thinking to do Mario Galaxy, and then I figured I've done it like twice. Maybe I can do Mario Galaxy 2, but I really don't feel like that. Mario Galaxy 2... I don't want to like upset people, but I think Mario Galaxy 1 is my favorite out of that series. Which is the series when you have only 2 entries in your game. I would argue, yeah, by definition it is. This is not the original Super Mario Brothers, so you can't actually... Actually, I think you can. I think you can go over top of the level at the end of this level. We'll do it. We'll do it, and then there's also a star coin. Oh no, it's right over here. It's not a star coin, it's just a star over here, which will allow me to get quite a lot of points, potentially a life, but running is kind of fucked up here. Okay, so I didn't get a life, which... How am I even supposed to get that? Like, at all? I guess with getting a Koopa shell, right? You can get up there, and that does lead you to a, I think an item house. instead of a warp pipe. In the original Super Mario Brothers, that would get you to a warp pipe that warps to like level or world number 4 or 5 or 3, something like that. We're gonna do this level again in a moment and get through the normal exit, but this is also the way you get the last star coin in this level. So, are we gonna go for 100% in this game? Definitely not. It's a very easy game to 100%, but I'm still not gonna 100% it because it does require a little bit of trickery, which I just want to play this casually at the moment anyway. If you guys end up really enjoying this series, I might go for 100% anyway, but I probably won't. I'm not going to use the item house right now because I am actually kind of happy with the items I have. And I'm not going to skip level 3 either because obviously I'm going to speedrun this level now. I'm not going to go for all the secrets. I'm just going to go through with my shell and show you how quickly this level can be done. It's literally... I'm only using one hand to complete this level at the moment. And I think I might be able to keep that up for the entirety of this level. Is that a good idea? Probably not. Is it funny? Yeah, definitely it is. Okay, I'm going to actually like use the D-pad here for a moment because the upcoming jumps here could actually potentially kill me, which I don't want to happen. So yeah, the blue shell, while being a fun power-up, can also be a little bit on the dangerous side. So yeah, that is the entirety of level 2 of World 1, if you just go through it with the blue Koopa shell. And then we get to the first mini castle. Again, the reason I chose this game is because you can actually make a lot of progress within the 15 minutes I want to have for these videos. And we get another flying question mark block, which actually might be a good thing. Because we might get something better than a fire flower in our slot here. And oh my god, we did! I mean, we lost the blue... can you even use this? Yes, you can! That is... not something I expected. To say the least. This is not a very good level to have a Mega Mushroom, by the way. And I already missed a star coin again. I'm not going to try to 100% a game. The Mega Mushrooms are very satisfying. We're not going to see them too much, and we just lost the blue mushroom, not the mushroom, blue shell to use it. So it actually kind of like hurt us to use it because we didn't get any like lives out of it, and we lost the one power up. God damn it, we had. But we're also at the end of the level, so we can probably do the first world, honestly, in this episode. Things will slow down a little bit after this first world. This first world is like ridiculously easy. This game as a whole is fairly easy, but it does slow down a little bit. And we've also got World 4 and 7. You might be wondering, are we going to do those? My plan as of right now is to do those. You can only enter those if you beat those boss fights with a mini mushroom. The easiest way to do that, generally speaking, is to bring a mushroom into your item slot with you and only use it on either the last hit or even after the last hit. Because actually beating the entire stage and boss fight with a mini mushroom can be fairly tricky. I don't even think there is a mini mushroom in the boss stage in World 5 going into World 7. There is one in World 2. And it's fairly late into the level itself. So that one is not too bad, but damn it. But it could be a lot better. So the reason I was annoyed about losing that blue shell is because you can actually use it in this level to get a warp cannon. It's not a warp pipe anymore in this game. It's a warp cannon. Is it really warping if it's a cannon? You just get shot to a certain world. I think to world number 6 you can get to. And I'll show you where that is done. You need it. I'll show you anyway, but you need it to actually like unlock the thing. But if you go up here, there is a secret area where you need the blue shell. And that gets you to the secret entrance, or exit rather, for this level. I've played this game a lot, by the way. I don't know if you can tell. I know pretty much like everything there is to know about this game, I'd say, and I know that sounds like very confident, and that probably means that I'm like going to be very like interesting and giving you tips and tricks. It's just an easy game. Exactly. I mean, this is literally the boss fight in every mini castle in every world. The boss fights in the big castles actually are a little bit more interesting. That does get a little bit less interesting the farther you go into the series with like New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I haven't ever played Wii U because I don't own a Wii U because I'm not crazy. Who the fuck owns a Wii U? That's probably the only... No, even that game got ported over to the Switch. I think literally every Wii U game is on Switch at this point, and that's Nintendo realizes that nobody actually bought a Wii U, and I kind of love that. So, about finishing this entire world in this first episode, that's probably not going to happen because we're like 10 minutes in and we still need to do a couple of levels here. And this is the mini mushroom being introduced. We're getting a lot of things introduced to us here in the first world already, and I think that's actually fairly like good game design. You get to like get a taste of everything, and then in the later worlds you actually get to put it to use. More so the mini mushroom, oh my god. I'm sorry about this thing. Didn't think about that while building the layout, that sometimes you go into the bottom screen with with the gameplay. The mini mushroom actually has a lot more use because you have those little pipes and you have the entrances to those extra worlds. While the mega mushroom is just like destruction. And you have the blue shell, which doesn't like officially get introduced or anything. It's just we got very lucky there that we didn't die. Let me actually use the fire flower because we're not going to need the mini mushroom anymore, I don't think. We might, and I might have just screwed myself, but I'm very scared that I'll die. It's pretty much what it comes down to here. So we've pretty much... That was a bad idea. We've pretty much seen all there is to see as far as like new power-ups go, I think. And again, we're at the bottom screen. And then this is the first time we've seen a P-block as well. I mean, if you've ever played any Mario game, none of this should be new to you. And it probably isn't, to be honest. Because this is probably... I think this is one of the best-selling DS games, like, at all, like, period. I think they sold better than Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Which is insane. Well, not Diamond and Pearl put together, maybe, but... Diamond or Pearl individually, I think neither one of them sold as much as this game did, which is quite insane. So we are going to make it through this entire first world in this episode because we've only got level 5 to go and some secret access. More Mega Mushrooms. Man, that's 3 Mega Mushrooms within one episode. I've had playthroughs of this entire game where I've had like less Mega Mushrooms than in this episode. So this is a very good sign for the series to go, and 2 of the 3 Mega Mushrooms we've had so far have been fucking useless. It's the only thing, because we've not even like destroyed enough to get one up, let alone the 5 that you can get as a maximum here. So you can jump to get these coins, but I don't care because I don't like ever die in this game because it's fucking easy. And I really only wanted the star coin. It's pretty much why I came in here, to get the 3rd star coin, and now we can just jump down. And that's the end of this level as well. I am fairly... Oh, that's only the halfway point of this level. Never mind. I'm surprised that all the 3 star coins are in the first half of the stage. That's usually not the case. Usually when you find the 3rd star coin, you're pretty close to the end of the level. Okay, so let's try to find the red coins. Or get all the red coins this time before they disappear, because they actually give you something useful most of the time. Sometimes you get a fire flower. Sometimes you get a blue shell. Sometimes you get like a 1-up. I don't think you can get a Mega Mushroom from those. I don't think so. I'm not entirely sure. This is just very satisfying. If you can get this right, which is not that difficult, admittedly, but this is very satisfying. Come on. Okay, let's just forget about that. Never mind. Let's speedrun a little bit through this so that we can get to the final level of this world. There is a couple of more levels in this world again. I'm not 100% in the game. If I just so happen to be able to get to a secret exit for a level, and I remember to, I will. I'm not going to go back on purpose and try to unlock secret levels and such. But when that happens, I will definitely go back to get some extra lives. And this is a level that you just have to buy with star coins, which you can have opinions on that all you want. I think it's kind of neat. I mean, if it was made today, that would definitely be behind a microtransaction, right? I don't know what Bowser does. I think Bowser just gives you nothing. There's no reason, by the way, to go... Oh, there is. Never mind. In a certain order here, because it's all randomized. But I didn't think you were allowed to have more than one pick. Of course you are, there's a ×2. I figured that would just like multiply the lives you have at the moment by 2, which would be fairly overpowered. Actually, let's end it here. I'm gonna annoy everybody. Let's end it here. Next time we're starting off with the castle level. Maybe we'll do this one as well. No, I don't want to do that. Maybe we'll do this one as well, because why not? I've got the star coins, and I've got the time in the next episode. Not on this one, but on the next one, I do. So, until then, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this video, which hopefully you have. Until the next time, I'll see you all back then. Bye.